We are Sara and Joni, and together we travel and live in this camper van. And today's episode we are going to discuss things we wish we knew before van life. When you live on the road and the road is your only home, you start to miss out. Your friends and family live here and you live here, and here. So there's going to be weddings, baby births, important milestones, and people stop inviting you to those things after a few years because they know you are not going to be there.
And also in Finland, a lot of friends are coming from the work. So they are those that you spend 8 hours per day, and maybe even on a free time also.
They just continue their lives and then you live on the road and you are you just live different lifestyle than your old friends.
I think the men are better in this, like in friendships. Even if you haven't seen each other for 3 years, haven't changed any WhatsApp messages on that time. But when you meet after 3 years, it's like you have been gone just for a weekend.
Yeah.
So the friendship continues.
You can make new friends on the road, similar kind of mindset friends. But also one thing that I wish I knew before starting the van life is you are saying constantly goodbye to these places, people you meet. We are always moving and changing spots. We do not know if we are ever going to be in this place ever again.
When you are living in an apartment, you don't say goodbyes to anything.
No.
You have always those same things around you.
And one very traumatizing thing for me, my dad died last year and I could not say goodbye to him because I was in Spain and he was in Finland and I couldn't be there saying goodbye or be there for my family. So it was kind of hard, but also it made me appreciate life even more, and we are glad we are on the road now and not wait till we are retirees because that day might never come. So we appreciate every moment and this life so much more now. It's really important because you think you have all the time in the world, but guess what, you don't. Life is very short.
And you think you have a time when you are just planning things. You have a future, you have a time to do this and that, and in future you will be experiencing this and that. But the truth is that your life will be just going forward with the same steps.
And when you get older, it gets faster and faster, and you
just go fast through your life. And you have planned a lot, but done just a little.
Maybe one day just you wake up and see that you are too old and tired to do anything and you basically wasted your life just only dreaming and not fulfill your dreams. So I'm glad we have built our dream life living on the road. Even we go through these somewhat negative things, we still wouldn't change this lifestyle.
No.
One thing I wish I knew before starting the van living, we are online quite a lot. There is a lot of rainy days, especially during the winter times. You don't really feel like going out, and those days you just want to be cozy in a van and snuggle up in your bed and maybe just browse your phone. But I had this image that we are every day hiking in the woods and going to these gorgeous walks. We do those a lot too. But I did not know how much we are going to spend time in internet.
And waiting things.
That's a good point.
For example, if you go to Norway, you are planning to be there for 2 weeks. Double it. You're gonna wait half the time when the rain stops.
And also waiting spare parts for your van and waiting for maintenance and constant waiting game. Before we started van living, I wish I would knew there is this hidden little cost in van living. You basically live this very minimalistic lifestyle and wear same clothes every day, so they wear out very quickly. We have used a lot of money buying new shoes because they wear out quickly too. And for example, our beddings and sheets and linens, we have now bought 3 times a new set because there's holes in them. Since we started the van living, we have changed our solar panels 3 times.
So first this was 180 watts, then we changed it to the 280 watts, and now we have a whopping 640 watts of solar panels in our roof.
And we never run out of electricity.
Again.
So our advice would be put as big as
possible solar panel to your roof.
Yeah, especially nowadays because the prices are going down. So you don't have to change them so often like we did.
And we bought a lot of stuff which was mistake. For example, bubble levers. Everyone told us that it's the must-have thing that you can actually get your van totally level, but to us it's not that important to have a van totally leveled.
No, our fridge will work even our van is very tilted. It's only annoying to sleep in a van if it's super tilted. Then we use levelers, but not that bubble thing that everybody told us it's a must-have item.
Yeah.
Nope.
And all sort of tools and that you need and spare parts, and well, we live in Europe. We have garages and shops, hardware stores where you can get always spare parts that you need.
Yeah.
They are not far away, even the caravan stores. So if your tap broken, you can go to the caravan store and buy that tap. You don't have to have that tap or pump or anything else in your van waiting 7 years until it breaks down. Of course, then you are really proud of yourself when you are changing the pump that you have been storing in your van for 7 years. But there's no point of that because you can find them so easily.
Yeah.
So hugging a lot of stuff in your van just in case. We did it first, but we noticed really quickly that it's pointless, and we stopped it, and we actually ditched a lot of stuff from our van.
Yeah, so you don't know what part is going to break in your van.
So if you want to able to fix everything, you have to have this really huge toolbox.
And it takes a lot of space, and it's going to affect your fuel efficiency. So
that we learned fast.
One thing I wish I knew how easy this lifestyle is.
We didn't have much time of planning this van life because from the idea to moving the van, it was less than half a year, 6 months.
And I think it was a blessing because we did not get cold feet, and van life wasn't that popular back then, and I think we would now just get scared and watch all the YouTube videos about van living and then think about, like, do we have courage to do this?
So, not wasting time even on that part of the life.
Yeah,
it's
other
important.
people's fears, because we did ask for advice for people
who have traveled a lot.
Yeah. And
so we thought that they are right.
Yeah, and they said you are not going to live in your van full time because you are going to hate it, and it's just a trouble finding spots, and people don't like people living in a van and all that stuff. So we kind of regret listening those. So we wish we would not listen
to
those.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are talking here to you, so don't listen to us. Just move to a van. I remember one of the first nights abroad in Sweden. We were with our van on this hilltop, and one old guy came to talk to us, and we were actually afraid that he gonna tell us to go away, but actually he was really interested about our van and our plans of future travels.
And he wanted to shake our hands, and then he told all about his travels, and it was immediate connection with the local. Ever since we met the guy, we felt more relaxed.
Yeah. So
thank you, random Swedish guy that we met in the first night of the van travels.
And now we're gonna go actually to the garden. It's wonderful weather. Birds are chirping here in the springtime.
See you next episode. Bye.
Bye.